For some of these finds, the difference in price is absolutely massive. Well, hello there and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Kira and I share videos on shopping for the best basics on the high street, how to build a capsule wardrobe, and lots of mid-range handbag videos. So if that sounds good to you, then do hit subscribe because I would love to have you back for more videos. So in today's video, I am doing a much requested part 4 of my high street designer inspired series. I have found 10 more amazing handbags and actually one pair of shoes that are giving such a luxe, high-end, expensive feel that are at a fraction of the price of their much more expensive designer counterparts. As I always say in these videos, it is not about finding replicas or fakes of designer items. That is not what these videos are about. It is actually about just finding really great quality pieces from brands. I have found some amazing pieces to share with you today. Everything that I mentioned will be linked right down in the description below, and I will also leave the exact price difference in the description as well, because for some of these finds the difference in price is absolutely massive. And so without rambling on too much, let's get into our first designer inspired find. It is my newest bag from Songmont, and this is the Gather bag. The Songmont Gather bag has been released quite recently. It's actually only been out, I believe, in the last couple of months. The most beautiful, slouchy, gathered, squishy, soft, buttery grab bag. It also has a lovely shoulder strap, as you can see, but it is designed that it can be worn in multiple ways. Now, the bag that I'm comparing this to is the LOEWE flamenco bag, and this is an absolutely gorgeous bag. However, it retails at €3,500. Very expensive for a handbag, and we've seen this from so many luxury brands in the last few years that they have gone up and up in price. And of course, they're using lovely leathers and they are gorgeous brands, but for me and for so many of us, the life stage that I'm in right now, I'm just not comfortable spending that on a bag, and I know I can get something so beautiful from some of the amazing alternative brands out there. The Songmont bag retails for just over €500, meaning that it is 1/7 of the price of the LOEWE flamenco. It is the biggest price difference I think that we have in this video, which I think is incredible. Songmont is one of those brands that I always praise here on my channel. I have multiple bags from them. I would say their most popular one being the Songmont Luna, which you guys know I absolutely love. I have that in multiple colors. The Gather bag is one of my favorite new launches of theirs. So I'm going to give you a look at some of the features of this bag. So as you can see, I have some really fun little charms on this bag. This is very much the intention with the Gather bag. They have designed it with these really handy little links throughout the bag that you can use to attach your bag charm. Songmont also have created their own range of bag charms that are my absolute favorite that I found online. They're offering them for a really good price. You can get most of their charms for under €50, and they're all very like natural looking. They look very premium, very aesthetic as well. So obviously you can switch these up between your bags, but I love adding a few to my Gather bag. Beautiful. It's like a jade stone. And then I have this mini version of the Gather bag. This is like a little pouch. It also comes with a very sturdy crossbody strap, meaning that there is multiple different ways that you can wear this bag. I like to wear this with a top handle strap as very much a slouchy bag. If I was going on a trip with this bag, I would attach the crossbody strap because you can obviously just sling it across your body. It's great when you have busy days or you're traveling or you're in the airport. When you pull it in here, you make the bag even more of a pouch style, and you can see you have this really sturdy strap which goes really, really nicely over the shoulder. Another way I really like to style this bag is actually just by rolling it down and then having it as a clutch bag. Looking ahead at some of the autumn winter trends that we're going to be seeing for autumn winter 2025, these kind of oversized slouchy pouch style bags are so popular. They're going absolutely nowhere. They're also incredibly practical because they fit so much. So I really love that big bags and slouchy bags are still very much a thing. Give you a look inside the Gather bag. As you can see, it is a very large pouch style. You have a large flap pocket that you can obviously section off some things in, even a large zipped compartment. And especially with these kinds of pouches, I always really appreciate a zipped compartment because it just means that you don't have everything in the one chamber. You can really section it out. There's a lot of space in here. You can really fit so much in this bag. It's completely up to you how much you'd like to stuff it, but it fits a lot. You also have this really handy metallic closure. So again, just for security, it's keeping the top of the bag closed. It's going to stop things from spilling out. There is a secret compartment in this bag, which I massively appreciate. You have a side pocket on either side of the bag. So these compartments actually meet each other. If you have, let's say, a jumper or a shirt or a scarf, you can actually slide it through this back pocket and it's going to be kept with these magnets either side. It just shows how much thought they put in their bags because it's something really, really practical. And I went for the ebony and I love that it is almost like a richer, warmer color than the black color. So do keep that in mind. I think the ebony is a really, really nice choice. This is the medium size is what it's called on the website. However, this is the largest size that they offer. They do have a smaller size, which is very similar to this. For me, I am just a bit of a big bag gal. They have reactivated my exclusive discount code. So you can get an extra discount off this price, making it even better value. I will leave all of the info here on screen. And as always, you will find all of the links and the price comparison will be in the description below. So next up on our designer inspired handbag series, we're going to talk about the Totem belted leather tote. Such a classic style that Totem does, and it is such a beautiful chic bag. I have friends that have this bag. It is so gorgeous. It has gone up a little bit in price in the last few years. I think Totem as a brand is growing in popularity all the time. Currently, this bag retails for over €1,000. Gorgeous bag, very chic, and I feel like a more realistic price in comparison to some of the prices that I'm going to be showing you in today's video. However, I do have an alternative from one of my favorite mid-range brands, which is Verified, and they do the most beautiful version, a very, very similar tote, and this retails for under €400. So the price will vary a little bit depending on the finish that you go for, but as you can see, you have the Totem version that they do in a brown suede, which also Verified does in the same finish. Then they also have the black version of the Totem bag and a cream version, which Verified also does. And as you can see, the stylistic details of the bags are very similar. Over the shoulder tote, it's that long shape instead of a wide open tote. You have the belted detail. Now with the Verified version, this belt is removable. You can actually use it as a belt as well. I do love how the bag looks with the slim belt. And as you can see on the Totem version, the belt is the key feature of the bag as well. I think both are gorgeous bags, but given the fact that they're so similar and the fact that Verified also does really gorgeous quality leather, I also have the black version of this tote bag as well. I've worn this a lot. It holds up really, really well. It fits a lot. It is a very open chamber bag, so you do have to keep that in mind. However, it is a very handy, like, chuck it all in kind of work bag. You could put a laptop in here. It just depends on what you need practicality wise. I do think that they are a fantastic alternative. Next designer handbag we're going to look at is the LOEWE puzzle bag, and this is such an iconic bag that so many of us love, and it's been around for years and years. And the LOEWE puzzle currently retails for €3,000. It has definitely gone through multiple price increases in the last few years, and it's a very cool design. It's very classic, and it seems to be hailed as a really great everyday bag. It's a crossbody style. It's super functional, super practical. However, I do feel like I have a fantastic alternative for you. The Clementine bag by the Australian label The Horse. This bag comes in at just over €200, an absolute steal in comparison to the LOEWE puzzle's €3,000 price tag. I have hyped up this bag so much on my channel, and honestly, this is, in the last probably 6 months, my best selling bag with you guys. I can see how many of you love this bag, how many of you have bought it, and so many of you guys tell me how much you love this bag. Definite nods to the LOEWE puzzle. It has the same square shape. It has that boxy style. It has the top handle here, and then it also has a very sturdy crossbody strap as well, which is also detachable. The more you fill this bag, the more you will have this boxy shape, but if you are holding it via its top handle, it gives this really interesting kind of signature triangular style. I think that's why people seem to love the Clementine bag by the Horse so much, because I think this shape is quite unique. So it is very similar to the LOEWE puzzle, especially when it's held like this. If you don't overfill it, hold it like this, it's giving this beautiful shape. Now again, when you wear this bag as a crossbody bag, it's going to rest more against your body and you are going to get more of this shape. I think it is such an interesting, cleverly designed bag, and you cannot argue with the price. The Clementine bag also comes in multiple colors. This is the espresso color with the silver hardware, and I know this is one of their most popular colors. It might be currently on a wait list or back order, so if you do see this in stock and you're looking to pick it up, snap up this color because it won't be around for long. They do have some other gorgeous colors as well. I have my eye on 2 other bags by the Horse because I just really want to review them and show them to you guys and really test them out. But I also really like the idea of picking up the Clementine bag in a lighter color, especially something really neutral, maybe like a beige or an OT color. The LOEWE puzzle was on my wish list for quite some time, and after purchasing this, I feel like I no longer need that bag. So in a way, you could say I have saved 3,000 euros. So the next designer handbag we're going to look at is the Bottega sardine bag, one of their slightly newer releases. I think it's in the last maybe year or 2 that they've released this model. They do it in a shoulder style, they do it in a top handle, and it retails for 3,500 euro. Now Bottega in general is a very pricey brand, a very luxury priced bag. I have what I think is a fantastic alternative for you, the boomerang bag by the brand LOEWE. LOEWE is a gorgeous French mid-range handbag brand, and they do some very cool handbag styles. They've released this boomerang style, which I think is very unique. It has the similar, you can see it's very sardine style like the Bottega version, but I love this slouchy woven style. I think it's so clever. So this is the medium size of the boomerang bag, I believe, and they do it in a larger style and also a smaller style as well. They have this gorgeous woven leather detail, which I absolutely love. I think it's so summery. They also do the most gorgeous textured suede. Do this in multiple colors and in the different sizes, and it is so delicious. So again, if you didn't want to go for the Bottega version, I think LOEWE is a great alternative. Their price range is in or around the 500 euro mark. So the next designer handbag we're going to look at is the famous Hermes Birkin. These handbags have so much lore attached to them. There are quite a few brands that are offering bags that have real kind of Birkin energy. They're not directly copying them, but they have a lot of the same stylistic details and they tick a lot of the same boxes. So I have an alternative. It's a recent launch from one of my favorite mid-range labels, which is Demelier. Recently released their Hudson bags. The large Hudson, for example, is very similar in size to the larger Hermes Birkins. Has a beautiful textured grained leather, very sturdy. It has the minimal hardware that we know from Demelier, which is also very Birkin inspired. It has that little clip detail at the front. It has a very beautiful top handle, which is very similar to the Hermes style. Comes in a few colors. I believe it's in a black, a cream, a tan, in a suede brown and a suede tan as well. Very chic colors, very minimal, very easy to style with a workwear wardrobe. I've ordered this bag and I cannot wait to get my hands on it and show you guys. So stay tuned for that. I will be showing that in a separate video. When you're comparing it to the Hermes Birkin, which can retail anywhere from 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 euros up, it's a huge difference in price. Next up in my designer handbags roundup, we have the Hermes Picotin bag, which is a bag that doesn't get as much attention as the Kelly and the Birkin. More kind of slouchy grab top handle bag that is actually really becoming, I feel, more popular in the last few years. Despite being one of the most affordable Hermes bags that they stock, it is still extremely expensive. If you can be offered one, you're spending, I think, maybe about 4,000 euros and up. I have found what I think is a fantastic alternative. This is again from the Australian brand The Horse, their Alexi tote. It has a lot of similarities. It doesn't have the hardware detail that the Hermes Picotin has, but it still has the same top handle energy. It's still a little bit of a bucket bag style. And I feel like if you really like the Hermes Picotin and you wanted something similar and you were fine to forego the hardware, I think that this version from The Horse is a great choice. It comes in a few different different colors. I think it's a really good everyday size. Again, you can probably fit all of your essentials in here. So next up, we're going to look at a bag from Miu Miu. Their bowling bags that they released this year were probably their most popular. It was called the bow bag. They did this across multiple sizes. They did like mini bow bags that you would wear on top of your larger bag as charms, and it's all very cute and very much on trend. The Miu Miu bow bag in their kind of regular size retails for I think 2,900. I have found a great alternative from Anthropology, who I have definitely mentioned in my roundup videos before for designer inspired handbags, because they do a lot of bags that are very Bottega energy. The Natasha travel bag set, and this is actually currently on sale and it is now down to 70 euro, I believe, which is fantastic. It is worth noting that this is not real leather, so obviously you're going to see that reflected in the price. However, it is very much that trendy bowling bag style. The attached charms, you know, you can add extra charms on this. I think this is a really fun alternative. Again, from Anthropology, the bag that I'm going to show you is also from the same brand. I think it's pronounced Mili Blanco. We have this cute little woven grab bag. Now, there are no prizes for guessing which designer this handbag is inspired by. Very similar to the famous Bottega mini Jodi bag. The mini Jodi bag is so iconic. It's gorgeous. I have some friends who have it, and although they say that it doesn't fit very much, it is a very chic bag. It has gone through several price increases and now it is sitting at 2,500 euro. I think when my friend bought it, it was under 1,500, so it has definitely gone up considerably. If you wanted to try out this Bottega Jodi style and you were fine with it not being leather, I do think this is a great alternative. Do always have to give a shout out to the likes of Etsy for really doing these kinds of woven beautiful bags in gorgeous leathers. So I'm going to link in the description below this type of bag in leather as well. And there's a few styles that I really like that I know are going to sell out, like often they're on back order. I think this is a great one to check out. The final item that I'm going to look at in my designer inspired roundup is from the Row, which I have mentioned multiple times on my previous videos. I do feel like the Row is one of those brands that, yes, is very chic, is very well made, is very popular. They've often been criticized for the pricing of their pieces for what is often very simple, minimal designs. And although, yes, they are a gorgeous, gorgeous brand, there are some great alternatives out there. One in particular I wanted to show you is their classic leather loafers. You can see they have the kind of ruffled, ruched edging around the front. I think this is like the penny loafer style, I believe. They come in at about 1,200. It's not the craziest price I've ever seen for a pair of loafers, especially from a brand like the Row. However, I have to recommend Flattered's Bonbon loafers. I have had these loafers in my wardrobe for, I'd say, close to 2 years now. The Bonbon loafer have all of the same stylistic details as the Row pair, coming in at 1,000 euros cheaper. And again, I've been wearing these loafers. I've worn them into town. I've done long days in them. They're so comfortable. They're such gorgeous quality, and they have that beautiful ruched detailing as well. Also come in multiple colors. So they have a beautiful beige color. They've got the black leather. They also have brown suede, which I have just ordered for autumn winter. I'm very excited for them to arrive. Perfect alternative to this pair by the Row. So there you have it, guys. That is 10 of my latest recommendations for some designer inspired handbags and also a pair of shoes as well. Do let me know in the comments if you enjoy seeing these types of designer high street inspired videos, and if you'd like to see another version, and I will get working on that. I've also left in the description below links to everything so you can see the price differences, and I'll also link the different versions if you'd like to check them out as well. If you have not already, then be sure to subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every single week and I would love to have you back for more. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye!